while. Not too long though. I have quite a bit to share with you since it's been just long enough for me to have some new things to share with you. So let's get started. I am currently wrapped up in my newest design. A testing call went up on Patreon for this one. This is what I have named as the sea glass shawl. It is a large crescent shaped shawl. It is massive. I actually haven't measured the wingspan on this one, I don't think, or maybe I did. I can't remember what it is. If I wrote it, I did measure it, I just didn't write it. I don't remember what it is, but look, we've got curls. They make me so happy. But yeah, I am not kidding about the size of this thing. It is like, it just it's completely wrapped up around me, and I still have like my hands here, and yeah, it just, it's huge. It's huge. But yeah, like I said, testing call is already up on Patreon, so if you want to hop on over there and check it out. Otherwise, the public testing call will go out in sometime this week. Yeah, sorry, I am doing this very last second, didn't plan it out or anything. Just kids are down, actually sleeping and napping this time, so here we are. But yeah, it's got these beautiful eyelets and garter right here on the top part. Then it goes into this stunning lace section. I got short rows right here and more eyelets and short rows, and then the lace repeat again with some more eyelets, and that's it. But thanks to the short rows, it has a lot of depth, I guess. Yeah, like it's bigger in the middle. I know crescent shawls can be very like, unless you add short rows to add the length. I hope you know what I mean. But yeah, I love it. It makes me so happy. If I can pop in a picture, I definitely will, so you can see it. And yeah, it makes me happy. It's huge. You can wrap it around your neck 3 times at least. Tie it up so you're all nice and cozy up here. And yeah, I love this yarn. This is my first time working with Erin from, sorry, I'm looking over here to see if I can find her card. Where did I put it? Okay. Oh, wait, it's right here. Yes, it is. Okay, I got it. And so it's Erin from Coast to Coast. Don't know if you can see that. Oh, there we go. Coast to Coast, and it's sea glass on her twist sock, which is 100% superwash merino 2-ply. And yeah, so the yarn comes from Kansas. That's where she's from. So I sent her a message asking her if she'd like to collaborate on this shawl design. She said yes, sent me over 3 skeins, and I used almost 2.5, a little less than 2.5. I actually wanted to keep going with this section here, add a little bit more length, but I was gonna run out of yarn because the rows got so long. Actually, you know what? The rows are long, but I think I still hit only 500 stitches. Yeah, I think that's right. Which is a lot, but it's not. it's a lot of stitches, but you still get a lot of fabric and length without it being overwhelming. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you've knit a shawl with that many stitches before. Like, I think the boho blush from Andrea Mowry hits about 480, 90, something like that. So, and mine is larger than hers. Yeah, I think I actually ended up on 510 stitches or something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, look at, just makes me so happy. Enough about the shawl. The other thing that I have finished that's currently in testing are my new sock design. These knit up very quickly. I was actually really surprised with how quickly they knit. I used a sock set, but I changed it up. I wanted to see what else can be done with it. So we've got twisted rib, we've got this fun little lace section, and then just some color work at the toe. So this sock set is called Peach Orchard, and it's from Camp Fiber Yarns. And she released an orchard collection last year and I absolutely fell in love with. I got all 4 sets, which were peach, pear, plum, and cherry. So peach was first, so I figured I would go ahead and design something peach inspired. So the reason I picked this lace is because it makes me think of when you cut a peach open, that the inside part there, yeah. So like the peach, so it's like the peach, and then that's the pit, and then naturally the little leaves for the leaves on a peach when it's growing on a tree. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, the socks are in testing, and as soon as testing is over, I'm planning on an early release through Patreon, and then a week or 2 later to the general public. So everyone else. But yeah, I do want to make more of an effort for Patreon subscribers. Do more, give more. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so I'm calling these the Peachy Keen socks. And yeah, like I said, these came together very fast. Photos are already done. The patterns just needs to finish testing and then be tech edited, and it's all coming together really quickly, which is great. And I guess this would be a good segue into my other pattern that I'm working on using the Pear Sock Set. And so this is the color, which is just stunning, and it comes with this mini. And this time I'm actually just using the mini as a mini, so I'll be doing contrast toes, the heel, and the cuff, and it's a toe up pattern. I forgot to mention this one is cuff down. But yeah, I'm using US 1 circulars, and the 9-inch circulars are like my most favorite way of doing it. The only time I pull out my DPNs is if there's an issue and I have to rip back quite a bit, or I really just use magic. Oh no, sorry, I lied. I use my DPNs too for the heel for this because it's just faster and easier. I can definitely do it with this, but it's easier. And then I use my magic loop for the toe, just to start the toe, because I don't really like DPNs for knitting socks. I find them very time consuming. So yeah, I have my little progress keeper that my stitch marker that I made up. I think I have one more set of these stitch markers for socks available, and I absolutely adore them. Like, they take up no extra space. They fit perfect. I know I'm being very awkward and I apologize. But yeah, I mean, it's just that little extra bit of bling, but they fit perfectly. So yeah, I'm just on the gusset increases, and I guess I can show you the pattern. But yeah, I started off very fast with these socks, and then everything got put on hold because I was finishing up those socks and working on the shawl, and just, yeah, but it's got, the funny thing is I don't even know I'm knitting these toe up because they don't need to be toe up, but yeah, so there's this lace portion here, and then this little vine with garter stitches. And yeah, I don't know why I picked this one. It doesn't specifically scream pear, but I just thought it looked really nice, and it was a beautiful vine and green, and yeah. So yeah, that is that. So I'm hoping to have those finished around Father's Day. We'll see, because that is when we go up to the cottage to see my husband's dad, so my father-in-law, and his partner, and I usually get her to model all my socks for me because she has skinny feet and ankles and things, so socks sit really nicely and they're good for photographing. I have very large calves, so really tall socks don't look very good on me. They stretch out like crazy, and then the pattern gets all distorted and stuff, and it's just easier taking pictures of someone else's feet rather than your own. So it's just nice that way. I can get more of what my vision comes across more clearly that way. Yeah. What else? I have these socks that I'm knitting for my husband. I got this from not Camp Fiber, oh my goodness, Area 51. She does self-striping yarn, and I got the 4th Doctor colorway from her. And how gorgeous is it? These are making me so happy. I am so jealous because he's got larger feet than me, and I don't know if I'll have enough yarn left over, but maybe I can make myself a pair of shorties because it's so cute. Like, look at these colors. I can't even. And they're so very 4th Doctor. I actually, when I was first learning to knit, I decided to knit for him the 4th Doctor scarf. Sorry if you don't know, it's Doctor Who. Yes, that is the show. B actually introduced me to the show when we first started dating, and we watched the whole series, and it was fantastic. Actually, I should correct that. It's the whole new series. I haven't seen the originals, but I do know about the 4th Doctor. And so I found a pattern. I think it was just on Ravelry. It was free, and it gave you the colors. So I got all the yarn, and I knit him the scarf, and then our engagement part, no, not engagement, our stag and doe happened, and I donated it as one of the prizes. And his stepsister got it, which was so funny because she is a huge, huge fan. So she now has it, and then I had to knit him another one. If you don't know, the 4th Doctor scarf is huge, like just huge. I think it's like, I don't know, he's 6 feet tall, and when he put it on and wrapped it around his neck twice, it still reached down to his knees. It's massive. So yeah, yeah. So when I saw that she had this yarn, I had to get it. So these will be for Father's Day. They're his present, along with another pair of socks I have hanging up here, that I still have to knit the second one of. But yeah, so excited. And I had a black 10-gram mini in my stash that I'm using. It's not perfect, but I really like contrasting heels for self-striping socks. So yeah, there's that. Other things that I am working on, I actually picked up my Vertices Unite again and finished that first section that I was stuck on forever. Finished the second section, and now I'm on the third section. So so here's the first section. It's this beautiful striping. It's massive. It just keeps going. And then I have the second section here, which is on hold on scrap yarn, because there's an I-cord bind off that goes around the whole thing. So I'm assuming that's why those are on hold. And then here's the third section. So yeah, the other night I started off here and got all that done. Yeah, I can't tell you exactly what the yarn colors are, but I do believe these two are camp fiber. I want to say it's Sequoia and Elder, or maybe it's Mallard. I'm not sure. This is Brulee from Brian Dye Works, and I believe she called the brown one Brownie. That's that one. It's more of like it's very chocolatey. Yeah, a little bit purpley. I don't know how. That looks pretty accurate. And then the pink. I can't remember who I got the pink one from or what it's called. But yeah. Give you a little close up here. The brulee's blowing out a little bit. It's very caramelly, like creme brulee. So yeah. So that's that. I believe there's 3 more sections, maybe 3, I'm not sure. And then the I-card bind off, which I still have to decide which color I'm doing that in. You know, it's summer outside, it's like 20+ degrees, but our house is so cold, and I don't understand why, because usually it's so hot in here, even with all the windows open. And we can't get a cross breeze because the windows at this front here, they don't open at all because they're 100 years old. Pretty sure they're still original to the house, which was built in like the 70s, 60s, something like that. So yeah, so the kitchen windows are open, and it says it's 67. It feels like 15. Hence the shawl. But yeah. Okay, I have maybe 3 more things to show you. I am working on a sweater for myself. It's the Cellulose. I don't know. It's from Knit Love Wool. It's the one that has the beautiful like diamond pattern on the yoke. See, kind of like that. Yeah, it's DK weight, so I'm using Barocco Vintage. This one's it's not white, it's called something else, starts with an M. And then I'm using the purple from my Love Note, which is perfect because using leftovers is fantastic. So yeah, just working on that one. I'm using the needles that are called for. I might need to get another skein of the white because I had originally planned it for the Rift Tea by Jacqueline C. Slack, but the DK weight is knitting up a little bit more like a worsted, so I figured that was probably inappropriate for a sweater that's supposed to be like a linen blend. So using the yarn for a different pattern, and I'm holding it in this beautiful bag from the Kitchen Sink shop. This was one of our collaborations. So clovers. Yeah, I have the pattern here and I can show you a picture of it without hopefully giving too much away of what. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. I don't print off the title pages because I don't like wasting too much ink, so just print off what I need. And usually I print off sweater patterns because there's so much to highlight to get your section right so you don't mess up the numbers. Yeah, I can't pronounce. It's Knit Love Wool. It's a pattern that's been around. Oh, she actually published it last year. Never mind, it hasn't been around that long. But yeah, I really love Jennifer's patterns. They're so beautiful, and I really love knitting color work. It's just so much fun. And then I can show you two of the patterns that I've been working on. First up is my own tee that I am designing. I've shown this one before. It's a collaboration with Full Moon Fibers, and I think they're calling it Moon Rock Slub. Is that right? So it's Full Moon Fibers. Yeah, Moon Rock Slub. And the colorway is Lavender Fields, which is just stunning. Yeah, absolutely stunning. So it's inside out right now because the t-shirt is going to be purl side out, and I know last time I mentioned it, I wasn't sure about how I was going to join it or if I was going to knit it in separate pieces or things like that, but I've decided to join it. I did it a little differently, the join. Actually, here, let me flip it out and then I can show you what it's supposed to look like. And it's on small needles, so forgive me, but it's a little scrunched up. But yeah, here we go. Oh, this is the side. So I joined it by overlapping, and I left it raw because I kind of like that. Actually, I like it a lot. It's very different, and I'm knitting it with I want to do the purl side out because, oh my goodness, because there's more of the nups, slub, whatever you want to call them, more of these bubbles on this side than there are on this side, so it looks more fun and textured. And I'm knitting it on US 7 needles, so what is that? 4.5 millimeter, and I'm losing stitches. I'll fix it after. It's way more fun. It's bigger needles, so once you block it, it'll all stretch out and it'll be kind of see-through-y, which is really great. And yeah, you can see all the nups or bubbles or chunks or whatever you want to call it, and I like the join where it overlaps. So this is the front and that's the back. And yeah, the back It's like a high-low hem, and I think I'm gonna knit it a little cropped too, so it's loose and flowy and magical. So yeah, oh my goodness. Picking up stitches with this stuff is a little tricky, but there we go. I'll just put them on hold for now. But before I segue into the next thing, I do want to show you one thing. I have needle stoppers available in my Etsy shop. Ta-da! I actually had an update over the weekend on Saturday, and the sushis are all gone and the lemons are all gone, which are just so cute. I can show you the sushis and the lemons. I haven't packaged orders yet. That's the next step. Planning to do that later today. The lemons. And I have strawberries and these super cute hot air balloons, which I am shocked people didn't go for because I think they are adorable. Like, how cute are those? How cute are those? And I have them in this fantastic palette. It's very pastel-y. And then I have these ones, and they just pop on your needles there, just like that. These ones are my favorite. I love these rich colors. And then it prevents your knitting from sliding off. See? Keeps everything in place. And they fit up to maybe like a 9, like a US 9, so a 5 millimeter, 5.5 millimeter, something like that. Yeah, and they're nice and snug. Like, they're actually kind of hard to take off, so it's perfect. And I clearly need to keep more for myself because my knitting is always sliding off the needles. And yeah, just like that. That's it. They go in your bag. And my biggest thing too is if my needles are sharp enough, they will puncture holes in my bags. So very, very handy. And I am using another bag from the kitchen sink shop. This is an old one, but it's got these beautiful elephants, and I love elephants. So yeah, this shawl is not staying on my shoulders at all because of all of the movement, but it's so soft and lovely, and like, it makes me so happy. So yeah, last thing to show you, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I always forget something. I know I do. Then we'll just have to have another podcast and talk about it then. Okay. This is my first lie. This is my second jumper design, but it's my first raglan. And I even managed to do the where you build up the neck. I don't know what that's called. I can't remember. But I didn't do it with short rows, which makes me really happy because I think short rows are complicated, and I liked this method instead. It's you just cast on, and then you knit back and forth, and then you join in the round. And that is so simple to me. That's actually more simple to me than the short rows. And I will be putting in a collar after, which is another great thing, is that you can control the collar. Once you pick up the stitches, if you want to decrease right away, make it tighter, looser, you'll know exactly where it sits, and it's better. I think it's better. Kind of like how the Love Note did it, where you did the neck after. Yeah, and now they have this great tutorial on their website telling you exactly how how to control the fit of your neck so that you get it perfect. So yeah, so it's a raglan. Got these little increases here, nothing fancy, very simple. I'm about an inch away from doing the next section, which I can't wait to show you. I am using, sorry, I should specify, this is for my daughter, so it's her size, but it's gonna be a pattern, like a toddler pattern, like a children's pattern for a sweater. So yeah, it is, yarn is from Comfy Cozy Knits. This is her Flower Girl colorway on her singles base, which is just lovely. It's so lovely to work with. And then the contrast color that I will be using is Iris, and the balls become a mess in my bag, but here it is. It is just such a beautiful shade of purple. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, I won't be doing a contrasting neck or anything like that, but just this bottom section will be contrasting color. And then I'm thinking 3/4 sleeves because it feels like a summery sweater, so I wanna, or like a spring sweater, so I wanna keep it light and airy and nice, and 3/4 sleeves would be really, really, really great for my very messy toddler. My very, very messy toddler. She got into paint today. We did a great little activity this morning where we did shaving cream, and I put that on a baking tin, and you just add paint to it, and then they paint, and it's like sensory play. It's so much fun. They had so much fun. But I was going through the paints we have, and our blue dried out, so at least I thought, and I threw it in the trash can. Well, I leave the trash can open so they can just throw out their food after they're done eating and things like that. And well, Penny likes digging through the trash sometimes, and she found the blue paint, and all of a sudden she comes running out of the kitchen. Her mouth is just blue, and so are her hands. It's like, oh my god. Luckily it's Crayola and it's non-toxic, but oh, it was so funny. So funny. I couldn't even yell at her to tell her she did something bad or anything like that. I could not stop laughing. And then I was just like, whatever, you're fine. You didn't, like, even if she got it everywhere, it's washable. It's, who cares? She's hilarious and really annoying at the same time. But oh my god, that was so funny. She looks so great. I actually managed to get a picture of her, and I just sent it to B, and he's like, what happened? But yeah, anyway, I'm housing the project in this bag, and this is a beautiful scrappy bag from, you guessed it, the kitchen sink shop. Garlene's bags are so cute, and she does such a great job, and this was another collaboration we did together. So yeah, but yeah, that's really about it for me. I can probably just add that I've actually been reading books again, and I am so excited about it, because sitting outside, watching the kids, reading my book, knitting on socks is one of the greatest joys in my life right now. Because the weather's beautiful. They're playing in the water, they're playing, they're digging holes, they're just so happy being outside, and I get to be outside, and it's great. It's really, really great. So I just finished reading, and I don't have it up here with me because I already put it away, Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. Great book. Really great book. You were kind of not expecting the ending at all. Kind of saw it coming, started to put the pieces together, and then it was like, whoa. So yeah, if you've not heard of Paula Hawkins, she is the woman who wrote The Girl on the Train. Yeah, which they made into a movie a while back with Emily Blunt. Great movie. Haven't read the book. Wanted to, but then the movie was there and it was like, oh. So yeah, I don't know if I'll read the book now, because usually what happens if I watch the movie first is I start to imagine the characters in the book as the people in the movie, and then I was like, that didn't go together, and that's wrong, and that's wrong, and that's different, and they really changed the movie, and then I just get so confused and I hate it. So yeah, I don't know if you're the same way. I really just like reading the books first and then watching the movies. So for my birthday, like a long time ago, when the books first came out, when did they come out? Oh my goodness. 2014. Oh my god, that's the year we got married. Maybe I got it for my birthday that year. Maybe it was the year after. 2 years after? I don't know. It's this series. Stephen King, Mr. Mercedes. I am a huge Stephen King fan. And again, it's one of those things that I didn't even know until after I met B and he introduced me to Stephen King. And then we went crazy and got all of his books. Almost all of his books. But I am reading this, finally. And I know it's a series on Amazon now. So getting through it. So there's 3 books and they're like, what is it? 400 pages. Yeah, 400 plus pages. But we'll get there. So yeah, I'm reading that now. I have all the other 2 already. Been sitting on them for like 5+ years now. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to sit outside with the kids while they play, and I get to watch and listen and knit on my socks and read my book, and it's so lovely. But yeah. Oh, big news. We finally have a moving date. We are officially moving on the 2nd. We're moving from this house to a house around the corner. But it will be our house. We're renting this right now. That's why there's so many holes and patches on the walls and no color anywhere, and it's just boring and terrible, except for my desk, which is beautiful and makes me very happy. But yeah, we are moving into a beautiful house with a deck, a giant kitchen, north-facing windows, and 3 bedrooms. Because Penny is currently sleeping in our bedroom. So we will finally be on our own again. Yes! It'll be so great not to have Penny in our room anymore. So yeah, so excited about that. We have a lot of packing and purging and other stuff to do before then. So yeah, I've already managed to clean out some of my yarn, in the sense that I took it out from the shipping boxes into proper storage containers. I did not get rid of yarn. That is not happening. But yeah, I really don't have that much yarn to begin with. Like, it's all stored in 3 totes and that's it. And yeah, that's really it. Oh, I will be doing a giveaway sometime this week. And wow, I really didn't go into detail there, did I? So the giveaway is for the last sock set from Rose Hill Yarns, and it is for my Spring Has Sprung sock collection, or club, I guess. I called it a club. Yeah. So there's 3 patterns in the club, and the first 2 have already been released, and I already did 2 giveaways for the first 2. So last pattern's coming out June 5th. So the giveaway is happening sometime this week. And then I'll be running a little discount once the pattern releases. So yeah, I will leave it there before I keep talking aimlessly about nothing. So I hope you have a great day, and hopefully we chat again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.